Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens.
Set to kick off.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's crashing. He's checking. You.
They go play action with Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. 12 more yards there and another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, got the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Kick is good.
And the Ravens lead it 7-0.
Ravens 7, Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And now look at him go. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Jackson. He finds an opening past the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 6-yard line. A big play there out of Geis. And even 50 yards on the ground.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
this. They'll try to run it. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
That's the score. Ravens 14, Bengals 7. Justin Tucker to kick.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
On the play.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Bengals.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Marlon Humphrey with a tackle defensively.
No gain on.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Aaron Lee on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Mixon again, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Burrow. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
57. Mike, 57.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
For the extra point.
It's good, and it's 21-10.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 21, Bengals 10. Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, that was dangerous. Burrows threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Burrow will throw. That's complete to John Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Cincinnati.
On 1st down, Mixon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Joe Mixon, the ball.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First and goal.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down.
It's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Able to connect with Mims. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Geis. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Number 29.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Now a run with Geis. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
Jackson off play action. And incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. but it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it, but I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Through an opening, and there he goes. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. On the ground is Geis, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Bengals 13.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Joe Mixon. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient. followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On second down, Burrow got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
The struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Burrow looking to pass. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Number 29.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Tackle made at the 12-yard line.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run. But I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run. One that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Here's Jackson off the play fake. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And now it's 3rd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
The 48-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Open man is Cameron Batson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Cincinnati.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The ball carrier.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Hopkins' kick is good, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here. Anything to seize that momentum back. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Geis, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
The 39-yard line.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking. They took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
39-yard line.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Through. No.
This time Jackson will throw it. He'll air this one out from Mims. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup of 38.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Check it back. Hey, report.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Darren Lee.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Right here. Watch 36 tonight. Here we go. Get off the field.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 9 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 52 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Remember, earlier in this game, he lost a fumble. This time, it hit the deck, but he got it back.
Yeah, do you think he's breathing a monster sigh of relief right now? Could you imagine losing 2 in the same game and how that would affect you moving forward? Well, for him, high and tight, just like a good haircut. Never go wrong that way. Hold that football.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
He pitches it out. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? He may try and run for this. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
On 1st down, this is Geis. Down to the 25.
Darius Geis.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Jackson going to get this out to Brown.
Jackson.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is to get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired, and he's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
The ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
He may try and run for this. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, You should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Number 18.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Bengals.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they are silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
42.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Franchize83's.